The seventh game of the World Series took place on Saturday, October 10th. Just over 17,000 people came to witness the contest. Boston Rooters once again came out to support their team. With the series tied and going back to Boston, the Pirates needed a win. Their hopes lay in Deacon Phillip, the only Pirate pitcher to have recorded a win in the series. He was pitching on 4 days rest. His counterpart, Cy Young, was pitching on 3 days rest. The game started at 15-2. Tom Connolly was calling the balls and strikes. Hank O'Day was monitoring first base. The Americans wasted no time in going after Phillip. Jimmy Collins and Chick Stahl hit back-to-back triples in the top of the first. Buck Freeman popped up the ball, but Tommy Leach could not catch it, and Stahl scored on the play. Buck Freeman would be caught stealing second, and Fred Parent would ground out, but the Americans jumped to a quick lead. Boston had some struggles of their own in the bottom of the frame. Ginger Beaumont singled, and Fred Clark reached an error by Kendy LaChance. But Tommy Leach grounded out into a double play, and Honus Wagner struck out. Cy Young avoided a disaster. Deacon Phillip pitched well over the next 2 innings, but got into more trouble in the fourth. Buck Freeman led off with a triple to center, and Fred Parent knocked him in with a grounder to short. 1 out later, Hobie Ferris tripled to left center. Lou Krieger knocked him in with a single. The Americans now had a 4-run lead, but the Pirates did not relent and got to Cy Young in the bottom of the frame. With 1 out, Kitty Bransfield tripled to left, and Claude Ritchie knocked him in with a grounder out to third. But Young retired Jimmy Sebring, and the rally was cut short. Boston struck again in the 6th. Fred Parent singled, and Kendy LaChance reached the base on an error by Deacon Phillip. Hobie Ferris advanced to the runners with a sac bunt. Lou Krieger knocked in both runners with a single to right. But the Pirates retaliated immediately in the bottom of the frame. Fred Clark led off with a triple to left. 1 out later, Honus Wagner executed a successful bunt, knocking the runner in. Young gave up another single in the inning, but cut the rally short once again. Top of the 8th saw more action. With 1 out, Fred Parent hit yet another triple. Perhaps due to his fatigue, Deacon Phillip threw a wild pitch, allowing Parent to score. Phillip proceeded to retire the next 2 batters, but the damage was done. In the bottom of the 9th, the Pirates took Cy Young to task one last time. Jimmy Sebring and Ed Phelps started off the inning by hitting back-to-back singles. Deacon Phillip, helping his own cause, hit another single, knocking in Sebring. But that would be the last of the Pirates' offense, as Cy Young retired the next 3 batters, making Tommy Leach ground out to Hobie Ferris for a fielder's choice to end the game. Cy Young pitched his 3rd complete game of the series, giving Boston a 1-game lead. Deacon Phillip, on the other hand, absorbed his first loss of the series, earning 5 of the 7 runs allowed and committing 1 error. Game 8 was set to take place in Boston, and the Americans were on the verge of winning the championship.